We're going to Robert's house. Chip here, no garage. And Jenny. She don't like camera. Anyway. We're at Robert's house. In the garage. Got the truck towed over here. Because it's cold outside and I don't want to deal with it. Anyway. It's dark. I got to do some lighting changes. This light here is going to piss me off. I do have LED lights in here that I need to get plugged in and moved around so I can use them. This is probably pulsating right now. I don't know. But tomorrow morning we get started tearing this thing apart. Getting it out of here. That'll be fun. Got a table for setting parts on and a MAP gas torch for getting the exhaust manifolds off. Anyway, see you tomorrow. Okay, it's the next day. I'm wearing my Crustang, Inevitable Gym. Link up here. It's time to get busy. Procrastinating because I don't want to do this. Anyway, once Jenny gets back from the store because we forgot parts, and I really hate this light. I need lighting for in here. I know it looks like I do. I've got these little magnet lights up here. They're not great. I have a better option. I'm waiting for her to get back, but in the meantime, while I wait for her to get back, first off, shout out to the Jack Wagons and Jackwads group. What's up, guys? Yeah, Jack Wagons and Jackwads. Anyhow, I got stuff. Let's go through the stuff and see what I got. Not a whole lot of room here because someone's got to have their Jeep in the way. Not a lot of space in this garage, but it's better than the garage that I have. So, let's choose. We use the cat key and start opening boxes. Let's see what we got. We got stuff, a lot of stuff. First off, we got that thing. Holy jeez. Oh, comp cams. We should have whatever this is. I think this is my push rods. Yeah, push rods. Comp cam push rods. This I'm not so sure about. Oh no. We got Jeg stickers. Yeah, those will be going on the truck. And then the big boy. All right. So this is a full kit here. So we've got more of that stuff. These are seals, valve seals. These should be the guides. Retainers. Okay, these are the retainers. These are those things. I don't know what they're called, but there's a cancer warning on there for some reason. Okay. Oh, the valve locks. These are the locks for the valves. All right, look, jackwads. That's you guys going off over there. I know you can hear it. Anyway, valve springs. What are you? My lifters. A full set of lifters. Timing chain and gear. And it's a double chain. And of course, my cam. The cam should come with the sheet, a spec sheet, but this is the valve lift is $493 for the intake and 0.5 for the exhaust. So while it's not a major racing cam, according to what I read, is better. I don't know. I don't know shit about cams. I know nothing. I know nothing about any of this. I have no clue. I've never done a cam before. I've done timing chain. But I've never done a cam. So let's get this stuff back in. So that's my... What did I say this was? Oh, that's my push rods. So I got comp cam, everything for the top end. I decided it was best. You guys are some noisy buggers. I decided it was best just to go with a full kit, everything comp cam, so it all meshes together. So I have less of a chance of having an issue. Hopefully, comp cam, all that money I just spent on that, better have a sticker. So, and then we got the tool. Now let's see what else we've got. I'm going to rip open these boxes and then I'll show you what they are. All right. These parts play a story. So let's go. Let's show the story. We started out with these because I had a couple of them that were bad. I bought a set. And I thought, while I got the motor out because it's leaking oil really bad, I bought this to reseal all my oil leaks. But I figured since I'm going to have the oil pan off, let's do main bearings right here. And I thought, while I'm doing bearings anyway, let's do some rod bearings. What can it hurt? Well, this includes a head gasket set, timing cover, water pump gasket. I thought, well, I'm going to have the engine out. I'm going to have it apart. Let's take the water pump off, reseal it, possibly replace it if needed. And while that's off, we'll take the timing chain off. And I thought, well, if I'm going that far, let's go ahead and just get a full kit. Comp cam, timing chain. I already showed you guys all this. So it's yeah. And then while I've got it apart, I'm going to look at the cylinder walls. If they look okay, I'm going to leave it alone. If they don't look okay, I might pull the pistons because I do believe this kit has rings. Let me look.
Cylinder head intake. Cylinder manifold intake, two exhaust manifolds, valve covers, valve stem seals. But I've already got new valve stem seals with cap kit. Distributor, water, air cleaner, throttle body, bypass, heat valve, oil pan, left, right, and the end seal, oil drain plug, oil pump inlets, oil cooler, timing cover seal, rear main seal, fuel pump mounting, water pump housing, and 8 O-rings.
So this does not come with rings. Again, I'm going to check out the cylinder walls. If they look like they could use some work, I'll go buy a dingleberry hone, pull the pistons, buy some rings, put new rings in it. I should probably put new rings in it anyway because this motor has over 200,000 miles on it. I did confirm with the previous owner. But we'll see when we get to that point. I do plan on buying, since I'm going to have it all apart anyway, transmission pan filter, well, pan gasket filter, and the front pump seal and the rear seal. It's a might as well thing. Same thing with the U-joints. I might just go ahead and do U-joints. A cat just peeked over the tailgate of the truck. That cat right there. Okay. We're just gonna go. Hold on. Let me regrip. Good enough. Good enough. Okay. Now we got some room. Nope. I need that stuff out of the car. That's frozen solid. That is frozen solid. I'll show you what I'm talking about. The transmission lines here, they're rusted like crazy. I mean, bad. Look at this. Yeah, I need my freeze off, whatever it's called, because that'll just break. So we're at an impasse at the moment because this radiator has to come out before much of anything. All right, this thing's been fighting me left and right. This here, I need my line wrenches, I think, because it's starting to round off. And if the line wrench is round, I'm just going to cut it nice and clean and put a rubber hose in. But the thing that's really got me curious is this motor has been running, well, since yesterday. And if you look down there on the exhaust manifold, looks like someone poured oil on it. That's scary. Anyway, we're slowly getting things off here, trying to get all the wiring disconnected. I really want to convert this to carburetor and get rid of this wiring mess. I am not looking forward to this. All right. Next, plenum. Yay. No laughing. We're live. Yeah, sort of. We're sort of. Anyway. I'm kind of stuck at the moment because I forgot tools. I need, hopefully my line wrenches will get this off, but they're at home. The inside of the plenum has a Torx bit at home. I need to get this bracket off so I can take the power steering pump, set it off to the side. We got the wiring harness out of the way except for the fuel injectors. Broke a sensor. I'm not even sure what this sensor is. But I pulled on the plug to unplug it and the whole thing just came out. So that's somewhere in that wired mess. I don't want to look for it. Yes, I should have been a lot farther along. we got a bit of a late start, and yeah, and it's just trying to figure out. I don't know what I need to remove. It's just way too much. I hate fuel injection. I love fuel injection. Don't get me wrong. That light's pissing me off. I love fuel injection, but at the same time, I hate it because it's making this job a mess, and it's so old that everything is brittle. We're breaking plug clamps, the clips that hold the plugs together, breaking those left and right because they're just brittle. Yeah, nothing the zip tie can't fix. So I suspect the little stuff will be done tomorrow. Because there's not really a lot of little stuff left. The hoses, like I said, if I can't get the transmission lines off the radiator, I'm just going to cut them. And then just put a rubber hose on them. There's no pressure in them. I prefer not to cut them, but it is what it is. And then it's underneath. Transmission linkage, trans mounts, motor mounts. And I need to get a plate of some sort to set on the motor to pull it. Other than that, we should be out in seconds. See you tomorrow. All right, it's another day. Sporting some pole barn today. So, before I turned on the camera, I took a line wrench, put it on here, and twisted that line. So I thought, well, we'll try the bottom one. And we twisted that line. So those are getting cut off. And then the radiator will come out. Yeah. Let me get the radiator out. Be right back. See, I actually did use line wrenches. It didn't work. Thank you. Ha 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 ha! I got it all in the drip pan. Not that there was a lot, you know, because it all came out the side of the block. All right. Got the plenum off. See all this crap down here. But here's what broke. Now, I bet you this was the source of... I mean, don't get me wrong. The brake booster was bad. I could hear air when I was hitting the brake, so that means it is bad. But this is a vacuum. There's a vacuum line. And this should have went there. But that is completely rusted off. Wow. Alright. We got a really late start today, so that was kind of my goal for the day. Before I go any further with the top of the motor, I need to get my vacuum, but I need to get some rags to stuff in there. My Walmart roll of microfiber towels are at work in the truck, so I'm gonna have to grab those tomorrow when I go to work. Okay, it's another day out here, and you know, we're here. Work on this, and I have a heater that's not very big, but hopefully it'll work, because it is, I don't know if you can see that, 38 degrees outside, and that's the high for today. So today's goal is just to get the whole top end ready, and then tomorrow I'll climb underneath. I decided not to pull the transmission. And hello, testing my mic. I decided not to pull the transmission out. I'm gonna leave it in. I'll do the front pump seal while it's in the truck, and then I can just get under it and pull the drive shaft and do all that. And the big reason for that is I don't have a lot of room, and I don't have a lot of faith in my engine hoist getting it up high enough to pull the motor and the trans. So yeah, first I think power steering pump, and then exhaust manifolds. Those are gonna suck. The alternator can stay on. I just got to disconnect the wire from it, disconnect the heater hoses, and then start pulling transmission bolts. Once I get underneath it, I can pull the starter. That's simple. So here we go. All right, guys. It's been uneventful. I've already got get in here. All these bolts out. That one there didn't want to come apart, but it came out of the block. Didn't break nothing yet. It's going way too easy. For as rusty as this stuff is in here, something's going to break. So let's see if you can watch on the next one. As you can see, I've been tearing the shit out of this stupid tin. But let's see how we do. Get that on there. Look at that. Look at that. This is going to be the one. Okay. Oh, will you get out of the way? I'm trying to film here. Such a... Look. Can you see that? The worst problem I'm having is this thing's in the frickin' way. I don't know if you've seen any of that, because I'm fighting this stupid tin that just is not going back on. But, I mean, let me turn this around. Let's get real close to my face, because you know you guys love seeing it right up close. Now that thing's out of the way, What do I got? I got two. See, those two are out. Those two are out. I don't remember taking that out. What do I got? 2, 4, 6. No, that's right. So I just got these last two right here. So let's see if I can zip them. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Just to be able to quickly zip them out. Come on, get on there. Come on. Look at that. Oh my God. It's too. Come on. Off of there. Off of. All right. I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight this thing. But just for the giggles, while that's stuck down there, let's pop this one. Come on. Get on there. Today. All right. Let's see. Oh my. Uh-oh. I think I found my tight one. Oh, nope. There it is. Get that off there now. All right. My wife is getting a phone call. Let's see who from. It's from a spam risk.
I'm sorry.
Hello?
Goodbye.
Hello? Oh, they said, we're sorry. Goodbye. Anyway, I caught myself. I'm going to get these off here. That's that exhaust manifold. The hard one is going to be on the other side, where it's just not because hopefully it comes off just as easy, but because of all the crap in there. So, yeah, I'll be back in a minute. All right, guys. I've got, out of my exhaust manifolds, 8 on that side, 7 on this side. Well, yeah, I guess 7. I had one where the nut didn't come off there. I'll get that. But it didn't break. So, I got one more left. Right back here. I don't know if you can see it. Focus. Focus. So we're going to see if I can get it right now. So let's, come on. Come on. Get on there. Oh, I don't want to go on there. Look at this. Can you believe this crap? Well, I mean, it'd be easier to believe if I get the stupid socket back on it. Why? Why are you not going on? I'm glad I'm taking this apart. There we go. It didn't. There we go. Look at the oil on that. What the heck? All right. That was, I don't know what's going on there. But look at the top of that manifold. I don't know how well you can see it with me blocking all the light from above. Look at that. Carbon buildup in the engine block. Yeah, this needed to come out. It needed it bad. I'm going to be a couple days just cleaning this motor before I can even start taking it apart. Anyway, okay, exhaust manifolds are done. I got to grab a vacuum and vacuum off the intake. Before I take and unplug. I still need to unplug my fuel line and my injectors. I'm not pulling the injectors out. I'm just going to unplug them. Yeah. And then the top bolts off the transmission. That should be the top end ready. And then in the next day, because it's cold out. It really is. It's 35 degrees out right now. I know you guys up north are, oh, pussy. I'm in South Carolina. Fuck off. I've assimilated. I'm from Michigan, but I've assimilated. And it's why I'm in the shop, so that there's no wind blowing on me. Anyway, I'm going to get this cleaned up, get the top couple of transmission bolts off, and I'll be back. Alright, I'm going to show you guys part of the reason why I was so scared about the exhaust manifold bolts. Look at this. On these heater hoses. That's bad. That's really, really, really bad. I know you can't see what I'm doing. Because why would I want to point the camera at it? You guys don't need to see that crap. That's nasty. I have got a lot of work to do to this motor to get it ready to just to tear down. I've got a lot of cleaning to do. I'm glad I bought that gasket kit. I think I am going to pull the heads off it. I got head gaskets. I should have brought my bore scope. Popped the spark plug out and took a look at the cylinders. I mean, I'll be back tomorrow. I'll bring it with me. I'm hoping tomorrow, because I'm not going to be here much longer. I just want to get all the top stuff ready. And I'm hoping tomorrow will be pull engine time. Praying, hoping and praying and hoping. Jenny ran off to go get my roll of Walmart microfiber towels because I ran out of towels. Anyway, and to get my leveler for the cherry picker. Anyway, I can't think of anything else. I gotta take the fuel lines off. And I think that's what I'm going to do is just pop the fuel lines off. I can't. I don't have my tools for it. Alright. Well, then I'm going to get to the damn transmission bolts. I don't know. It might be an underneath thing. I don't know. I just don't know. And I won't know until I get the fuck off this camera and find out. So here we go. Okay, I'm at a bit of an impasse tonight because I forgot my fuel line tools. I do have them. They're just in white trash. Anyway, so here where we are. Took the alternator off. This looks like it's been replaced recently. And the reason I say that, not because it's kind of clean compared to the rest of the motor, but because the clip is broken. And it wasn't me that did it. Trust me, I broke a lot of damn clips on this truck. I still got to get the top couple of bolts for the transmission off. But I got all the wiring out of the way. All the hoses are out of the way. So now it's just... And to be honest, I could just pop the fuel rails off. But I don't want to. Not No. 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 Um, so I'm going to get I got to get the tools for the fuel lines back here, which I do have, like I said, 2 bolts on the top, or 3, I don't know. And then I'll go underneath, get the starter off, unbolt the torque converter from the flywheel, and the rest of the bolts.
Hello? Hey,
What the hell? Where are you at?
I'm at home.
Oh. Did you figure out what was wrong with the Expedition?
Yeah, the ground cable.
Yeah, you never told me.
Oh, I banged it I finally decided to go to work after work, go outside, took the cable off, banged it a few times, a bunch of the battery acid shit came out, hooked it back on and started right up.
So it's like I said, you need to clean the terminals.
Yeah.
You're probably just better off buying new terminals. They're cheap. They're cheap and easy to replace. And then I've got a brush tool somewhere. I think it's in the white truck. To clean the battery posts. So, but yeah, I made your mom call because you won't answer for me. Because
I don't have anything from you.
No, you won't answer for me because you probably think I want you to do something.
I would have answered.
Talking about that, what are you doing tomorrow?
Work.
But anyway, that's all we wanted.
Okay.
So.
Hey, if y'all lose power and or your guys' pipes freeze, I'm pretty sure the sheriff's office, since y'all are family, if I take y'all over there, y'all can do showers there.
We got a big storm coming. That one that's going across the south. Supposed to hit us next. And I'm starting to see my breath. Time to go. He works for the sheriff's department here in the county I live in, and like he said, if we lose power, we can probably go to the sheriff's department and take showers, and because our water is well, so if we lose power, we lose water. Anyway, it's cold. I don't have all the tools I need, so we're calling it a night. Catch you in the morning again. All right, it's another day. Actually, it's a couple days because of the weather. It got to the point I could barely get out of my driveway to take my kid to work, and then later to go pick him up. Robert has a very steep driveway, and there was no way my Crown Vic was getting up that. The life of a rear-wheel drive full-frame car in the winter in a state that doesn't deal well with winter. Anyway, that said, when we last left off, I had a tool that I had thought I didn't have. I thought I didn't have. Come to find out that the box that tool is in was in here the whole time. So, yeah. Somewhere down in here is my tools for opening up my fuel line, or taking off my fuel lines. And I need these type of tools here. It's not that big, but I got to dig through and find it. I'm going to disconnect a couple things and I'll get back with you. See you in a sec. Don't you just hate that light? Stupid. Anyway, so just an update. These things fought me like crazy. So, as you can tell, I just pulled the fuel rails. I still got one injector sitting here just because I don't want to lose it. And I don't care if I get stuff down in there. I'm going to be cleaning all this anyway. It's all going to get cleaned. So, it's fine. It'll be okay. I probably shouldn't be, you know, sitting there smoking with that is gasoline down in there from that one injector popping out. All the rest came out just fine with the rail, but I'm gonna clean up the rail, clean the injectors, reseal the injectors. That's easy. You've seen me do it before. I'm sure there's a Ford Ranger video out there somewhere. Possibly F150, or maybe it was the Crown Vic. I don't know. One of the other cars. It's the same damn injectors. They use the same injectors forever. I might, if they're cheap enough and I have the money, I might go with a little bit bigger injector. Why not? Speed parts, right? Anyway, I don't have a whole lot of battery. I forgot to charge my battery for the camera. So, on to transmission bolts. I think that's next. I'm fairly certain that's next. Exhaust manifolds are off, plenum's off, fuel rails are off, injectors are out. And just for the sake of my sanity, I do put screws back in anywhere I can so I don't lose them. I will be going through with a tap and cleaning up all these bolt holes and everything. I do have taps for that, and since I don't have to create a hole, I can do it. It's easy. Yeah, transmission. Let's go. All right, got every bolt out that I think I need out. Transmission, here we go. Transmission is completely unbolted. Torque converter's unbolted because, like I said, transmission. Take two, because for some reason the camera decided the battery was low and shut off. Take three. Them blue GoPro batteries suck. 98% charge and said I had low battery and shut down. Anyway, where'd I leave off? Torque converter bolts, transmission bolts. I took the nuts off the motor mounts, so it should come off. Exhaust manifold bolts, the plenum is off. I got a load leveler for load leveling. It seems like my lens has a issue. Okay, issue resolved. All the wiring. Look at this rat's nest. What a rat's nest. Jenny. Jesus, that was a look, wasn't it? I got Robert's son coming over to help me with lifting the motor out. I'm waiting for Robert to actually answer his phone so he can come out here and get this piece of junk. Not Jenny. She's not a piece of junk. This is a piece of junk with all its stupid ducks. He doesn't even have his ducks in a row. Stupid joke. Stupid joke. Anyway, he needs to get that out of the way so that I got to get my cherry picker out of the back of the truck and then bring it in through that door there, push this truck back a little bit, get everything hooked up, and hopefully have the motor out. So, anyway, it's a waiting game right now for people to show up. Well, there's that stupid light flashing again. My hydraulic cylinder needs oil or replaced. Hopefully it's because it's not it's not going up high enough to get the motor out. Crap. I was hoping that was going to be out tonight so I could finish this video. This video is going to be in 4 parts. It's going to be engine out, engine tear down, clean up, and engine put back together, and engine in and start. I was hoping the engine out was going to finish tonight. Guess not. See you tomorrow. All right, it's another day yet again. I forgot my stuff. Last night I went to actually pull the motor out of the truck. Robert's damn Jeep is in the frickin' way. Look at this thing. It's just in the way. He's going on vacation soon. He'll be gone for 9 days. Anyway, why am I coming up here? I don't remember. Anyway, like I said, last night I went to pull the motor. That's as high as it'll go right now, because all the juices flowed out. So I need to. Oh shit! Where do you fill this up at? It doesn't have a plug in it. You see one? I don't see one. Okay. And I don't feel one. Oh, come on. No. I might not be doing it again today either. I could always go to Harbor Freight and grab a damn hoist, or a cylinder, but I think it's different. It mounts different. It won't. It's got a flat surface on the bottom, where mine has two little things that go down and then a bolt goes through. I gotta figure this out before I even bother trying to push the truck out of the garage. So yeah, here we go. All right, let me see if I can figure this out. All right, so I will post a picture of what I found here somewhere. In the meantime, the bank reminding me I got a loan due a couple days. Anyway, the end of the rubber plug got knocked off, so I didn't feel it when I was feeling for it. So I thought, I'll just grab a mechanic's pick and pick it out. Yeah, that didn't work. It fell in. It fell inside. So what I'm going to do is the right thing. Well, truck's in the way. It's right here, right there. The little bit of rubber that was left went inside the cylinder. I'm just gonna fill it up and send it. Fuck it. What's it gonna hurt? Me probably. It's probably gonna lose pressure. I should probably test that, huh? Let's test that. Shall we test it together, or should I cut this part of the video out? All right. It seems to be working. The engine hoist went up higher than it has before, which means good things can only occur. All right, here we go. Motor's hooked up. Hopefully that chain holds. It's supposed to be, my leveler is supposed to be a 2-ton. So I'm assuming they're decent chains. They don't feel decent. But it's the only chain I got. So here we go. I'm kind of wondering if I should put in a second set of chains. I don't know. Let's get this fucking motor out of here. When pulling motors, you're always going to forget something. At least that's my philosophy. All right. It was the the ground wire and the bracket that holds the transmission lines, and it also supports the starter wire. That was what was stuck. Now, let's see if that was all. Of course, I still can't move it because I don't think it's out of the engine mounts all the way. It's still stuck on the transmission. A little bit of brute force, which looks a whole lot bigger in that jacket. We got her free. Okay. So, finally, free from the transmission. I think. I had it free. I don't know how well you can see that down there with me, you know, blocking the light. But it is separated from the transmission now. So maybe I should let it down just a little bit because I see it catching on the firewall. And then pull forward that way. Right back there, that hose is under a lip on the firewall. So let it down just a tiny bit and see if we can get it. Let's see. And when I was talking about my shoulder, I thought I tore a rotator cuff, but that's not the case. I do have shredded tendons. Well, I mean, not completely shredded, but there we go. Come on. Good. And me jerking it like that, I don't know if you can see me jerking it, but that is not helping my shoulder one freaking bit. However, I'm away from the transmission. I am not under that thing anymore. So, let's see if we can go up more. What am I catching on? I'm catching on something. All right, first of all, this is Justin, Robert's kid. And he was over here trying to pry on this to get it out and found a freeze plug just laying right here in the motor mount. And the one I showed before that's missing is from the other side. All right, here's the side of the motor where it had one missing. It's not missing no more. Found it. And just to show, what the fuck? All right, engine coming out. Bet you it moved a lot easier now. Yeah, but we need the engine stand. That's going to be the fun part. Yeah. Tell your dad to get his fucking Jeep out of the way. Put the block down there. Behind the tire.
I know that.
Well, you never know. You're right. You are at Robert's house. It makes people dumber. All right. I didn't say you were. I said it makes people dumber. Engine's out. Look at this. Let me grab this. There's a gunk on this fucking motor. Here's the one I replaced. This one, that doesn't look bad at all. It's actually, and that one's not popped out.
Yeah. Same thing on
But
that side.
see?
It's the opposite one on that side. It's this one that came out.
Is it?
Yeah. But this one here looks fine. Not popped out or anything, but
I know it looks. I don't know. That's why I say there was some pressure in here.
Yeah.
It had to have been to make it pop out, but it blew this one where it was rusted because it blew it down here in the bottom. And
look at those itty bitty exhaust ports.
I know.
My 4-cylinder exhaust port's bigger than that.
But I can replace my heads.
I can't too. It's just like
I'm not going to, but I could. This needs such a major clean. This is why I wanted to borrow the engine stand. Because I got to tear this motor down.
I'm lucky. There's only one head factory that's better than what I have.
Actually, this side's better than this side. Oh yeah, there's. Oh, you see that? I don't know if that's.
Oh, the rough looking ridge.
Yeah. That's just. It's rust. But it's not. It's actually a good ridge. I don't know. My motor mounts are collapsed, so I'm going to replace those.
Oh, yeah. You got another 100,000 miles on those.
Hell yeah.
Fuck it.
There's that bolt.
Yeah, that's what was holding us up.
Oh,
it might have ripped some threads out.
It might have. I don't need that one.
No.
It's just holding this.
Yeah, that's all it was doing, was keeping that in place. And it did a damn good job at it.
Yeah, it did. God, that thing fought us. And we couldn't figure it out until he got under. Justin climbed underneath and he noticed that the bolt. What the hell is she doing?
Ring around the rosy?
Yeah. Where's the engine stand? Outside?
Yeah, right about where she's at.
So she should be hitting it soon?
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna get the truck moved outside. Once it's out the door, I'm gonna set the hood back down. I don't want to lose my bolts. Anyway, be right back. Alright. Anyway, motor's out. Over here breaking my back. Motor's out. I gotta get bolts for the engine stand, so it's not going on the stand tonight. And that's gonna end this video. Thank you, Justin, for your help. And it was stuck because of a bolt right. Where was that bolt? Right here. There was a bolt in there. That's what stuck us. Those just fell out. The one on each side just fell out. How? How does that happen? So it's a good thing I pulled it. Trying to think if there's anything else. Nope. Nothing else. Thanks for watching. Bye.